Welcome, welcome to our person tournament. This is our second match of the day. I'm with the Axeman.
Welcome.
You played earlier. Are you okay?
No comment.
You took a nap in between, right?
That's right. Yeah, I tried. I got some coffee, but all I have is decaf.
I'm gonna check if our players are ready right now. In the meantime, do you want to explain what Herb% is?
Yeah, it is the tournament for the Soul Blazer Randomizer. And with the Soul Blazer Randomizer, we have the older randomizer. This is the Archipelago version, which was recently created. And in this version, we have some different. There's some things that it haven't made it from the other rando, but there's a lot of new things that they've got, and that includes an open world option. That means that they can go straight to the last areas if they so desire.
Yep, and our players are ready.
We're off.
Good luck. And they start with the Lucky Blade, who is not so lucky.
So while you can go to any world in the beginning, you really have to go here first because you need a sword. There is no swordless mode in this game. And so you need to go, you're guaranteed to get a sword in that chest. And that's going to be the only thing that you've got to get you through the first part. Whichever you decide is going to be your first area.
Yep, and usually that old man there, the magician, he gives you the ball that follows you around, but this is not randomized as well, so we don't have magic. Sad.
Well, but we did get the Spark Bomb spell, so, we have a magic spell, but what we're missing is the Soul of the Magician. And if you've seen this game, you know that usually there's this blue ball circling around you, and you don't see it because they don't have it. And you need that blue ball to cast magic. It comes out of it. It comes out of the magic comes out of the blue ball because it's the Soul of Magician that's following you. Now, the Phoenix spell... Oh.
Sorry, I was going to say, speaking of blue ball, they got a blue stone. Not the right blue.
I was going to say the Phoenix spell, which is what you have to use on the final fight. It seems to, it comes out of you as you're slashing your sword, but we found out that you actually do need to have the Soul of the Magician to use that. So the Soul of the Magician soul is required. You're going to need to get it at some point.
Yep, because we need that to swing the sword to kill... What's the name of the last boss?
Death Toll.
Who looks like a... uterus.
Oh, I didn't say that. Yeah, wow.
His head looks like a uterus. There you go. I said that word on stream.
Oh, man.
But no, joking aside, they need three red hot items in order to make the last castle appear. Which inside his Death Toll, the last boss, and you need 3 specific items to beat him, which are
the Soul Blade, the Soul Armor, and Phoenix. And really, it's 4 because, like we said, you need the Magician Soul too in order to use Phoenix. So,
yeah, I'm glad you answered because you just played before.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what I needed, but I didn't know where to get it.
Yeah, so it's all randomized. A new thing also, if I want to go back away a little, this randomizer was created by the Hulk, who doesn't need presentation. I think he's known all around the community of retro gaming. And he only randomized the item and the NPCs. But within their own... so items would be in item spots and NPCs would be in NPC spot. But now there's somebody else who took the randomizer and mixed them all. So it's the first time we're broadcasting, well, except last week when I think you did a race with DentedRazor, who's actually playing right now. But it's the first time we're showcasing it in a tournament now. So all the items and the NPCs are pulled together. And we even added the souls, which usually gives you a soul that we don't use in the randomizer, but now they're all mixed together.
That's right, yeah. So normally, when you step on a layer, you release some sort of NPC soul, and when you open a chest, you're going to get an item. And you can also get items by talking with the NPCs as they're released. Some of them give you an item, and those are all randomized. And in the other version, in the single-player version of the randomizer, well, if you get a soul, it'll still be a soul. And if you get an item, it'll be an item. But in this version, well, it could be a soul or an item. And you don't really know which one it's going to be.
Exactly. Sorry, I was coughing.
Oh.
And so yeah, as Axman said earlier, it is now open world. Usually you would need to find the leaders of each village to move on to the next one, but now it's open world, so they can go anywhere at the beginning of the game. And also they need a number of stone to go to the last world, which is World of Evil. Usually it would be 6 stones, but now it is now randomized, so we don't know yet how many stones we need.
That's right. In the last race, it was 4, but it could be...
If you want to bet in chat, now's the time to bet.
Yeah.
I'll go with 3, because that's the middle
3?
one.
Okay. Paladin goes with 2.
You? Axman?
I'll say 3.
You copying me.
Okay, so we have a small lead by Dented coming out of the first area, with no surprise being the speedrun world record holder here.
Yes, but speedrunning the main game doesn't mean anything in a rando.
That's right.
You can forget a layer sometime, right?
That's right, yeah. You can forget a layer, you can get lucky.
To make jokes.
Yeah, I used up all my luck last week when I won that race with him, but
very hard right now to be in Act 2 with level 2 and no armor. So
no armor, yeah. And plus we've got the sword that we've got is the Lucky Blade, and you need to be on level 15 to swing it. And right now we're on level 2. Oh, 3. Still quite a ways from 15. And so all they can do is just stick out that sword and poke with it. That's all they can do. And I guess the sword...
Z going in. Oh, it's 2 stone. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you, but I wanted to make you see that he was going there. So it's 2 stone. Who said do Paladin wins? What do you win? You're participate in the next race.
We have some divergence here.
Continue. You were saying that it's hard we can't swing because of the levels. Sorry.
That's right, yeah. And so all we can do, just holding out the sword, apparently the righteousness of the Blazer is such that just holding out the sword hurts the enemies.
Yeah, each sword has a different level that you can use it. The last one, the Soul Blade, is level 24.
That's right. But you can always stick it out and poke. So whatever sword we get, we'll be able to do that. And the poking damage is not that great. But if you have a higher level sword, it can be better than the earlier swords.
Do you know what you have to hold L or R? It has a name in that game. Do you know what it is? I know it, but I don't know if you know it. Oh, yay! Good job.
Yeah.
You win your chance to commentate with me. Oh wait.
There's an old man in the first area who tells you all about this if you didn't figure it out just by pressing the buttons. And that button also lets you stay. You get to keep the same direction as long as you hold it down. And so it's actually one of the main techniques is to, keep track of which direction you are. Once we actually swing the sword, you'll see that it's sort of like an arc of your sword. And by facing the right direction, that'll be important for like controlling the arc of your sword to be more effective in combat.
Yep. And right now, Z might seem like he's a little bit behind, but he's not really behind. It's just because he went to see the World of Evil. That's why.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable info.
I don't think we have a game that uses L or R as much as this one. I can't think of one.
Well, that was an important item here. That was the Soul Blade.
Ooh, early Soul Blade. And they can grind it. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, so when the Soul Blade is so awesome, it can actually kill anything, including these little spear traps. And they give a ton of experience. Only the Soul Blade can kill them. And so by using that Soul Blade here, we can get a lot of experience really fast, because you're not supposed to have the Soul Blade at this point. But if you do, then, well, you can kill these things for 3,000 experience each. And that's enough experience to get level up very, very fast.
Yep, and he went from level 3 to 15. I wish my investment in my bank account increased this fast.
Now, the Soul Blade being the most powerful sword, it has a level requirement of 24. And that seems high, but it's actually going to be achievable with those spears, just by sort of grinding back and forth. You notice the spears aren't so there's enemies that aren't tied to any of the layers, and all of those enemies will actually reset when you kind of go like upstairs or exit an area. And so by resetting those spike traps and, just fighting them over and over again, we can grind out the experience we need to level 24 in maybe about 7 or 8 minutes. And in this version of the game, it's probably worth it. I think we're going to see all the players do it.
Oh, absolutely. At least now they can swing their Lucky Blade also, so that's a good plus. Because it's level 15.
Yes. You see Dented still poking with the Soul Blade. It's so strong that even though you can't swing it, just poking it is pretty much enough. There is an effect where if you swing your sword, then there's like a stun effect on the enemies where it slows them down. But the Soul Blade is just so powerful that like these early game enemies are just going to disintegrate instantly by holding out that Soul Blade. So there's really no need to like swing a sword when you can just instantly disintegrate the enemies like this.
Say disintegrate again.
Disintegrate.
I love it. I never thought I would have heard that word in Soul Blazer. So yeah, as you can see, DentedRazor is using that opportunity here because it's faster to kill all of the spears, come back, they reappear, and he makes 3, 6, 9, 12,000. Thank you for my math. 12,000 points per screen. Mm-hmm. So he's already at level 19.
Yeah. So in order to get level 24, the experience total is 420,000. So how many times does he have to do it?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was reading my husband's comment.
Okay, 420,000 is the experience total that you need to hit level 24. So how many times does he need to do it in order to hit that?
69.
So 69 for 420.
It's always 69.
It's always 69.
It look like a calculator. I was hired to commentate, not to math.
Like I said, it takes, between 5 to 10 minutes, depending on So you saw they got it like earlier. They already killed a bunch of spears in that first room. So they got some experience there. So we're looking at about like 5 minutes of grinding to get level 24 here.
The thing is that right now Dented is probably gonna go to level 24, but there's a debate in the community if it's actually good to do that here or if it's a waste of time, because you'll kill so many enemies moving forward that you will get to level 24 anyway. So it's debatable here if it's a good strat or not.
And look
What
at
do you
this. Jay is not doing it. So he doesn't see the need to do the grind. This is interesting.
Yep. And I don't know where he got it because I was watching the screen Dented, but he got the light armor, which right now makes him invincible to any enemy. So this is a baby seed right now.
Oh yeah.
They have soul blade and they can't get killed. Wow. I should have that later on today.
Yeah, so the light armor was on that last layer before coming into this shrine. So, between the single player rando and this rando, I think there's a big difference in, the reasons for grinding, because in the single player rando, you're going to get, so first of all, you have to advance from one world to the next. So you're not going to be jumping straight to the end game right away. So if you can swing something like the Lucky Blade, you can beat all the enemies pretty easily. So that there's kind of like a reasoning there not to grind, because you don't really need level 24. But in this version of the rando, you might want to jump straight to Act 6. And if you can swing the Soul Blade and be at level 24, where you have a ton of HP, then you have a big advantage.
Yep, and Admiral J, while you were talking, found his first dancing grandma. The grandma is needed in order to call the last castle who detains the World of Evil boss. And now we're gonna see if Z is gonna grind or not more than level 19. Which I'm saying 19 because 19 is what we came a conclusion in the community that 19 was enough to get to level 24.
So at 19, you can swing the Spirit Sword, and in the single player version of the rando, the forward fill logic makes it so that you get that Spirit Sword and you get the Zantetsu sword fairly early. So at 16 and 19, you can swing those swords, and that kind of gives you some good offense. But there's no guarantee that we'll get either of those swords, because the Soul Blade is in logic for fighting metal enemies or spirit enemies. And so...
Exactly. Some enemies are only killable with one or those two swords. Except if you have the Soul Blade, as we mentioned. But the Soul Blade in the vanilla game, you get it at the very end, so...
Yeah.
But not here! Okay, so Z is continuing to grind.
Okay. Dented got his grandma.
Mm-hmm. The Metal Scorpion, where they are right now in the Fire Shrine, is one of the enemies we're talking about that you cannot kill without either the Soul Blade or the Zantetsu sword. This shrine, this act is consisted of 3 shrines: the Water Shrine, the Light Shrine, and the Fire Shrine. I didn't say that. Sorry, I didn't tell them in order. It's actually the Water Shrine, the Fire Shrine, and the Light Shrine. And the Fire Shrine and the Light Shrine both need the special sword to kill all the enemies. Which in the vanilla game you have to come back, dip again in the same place.
Now, when you... so whenever you release an NPC and it goes to that little cutscene, all of the layers reset. And so you notice Dented, he had killed a bunch of the lizards from that layer, and then he stepped on the layer that reset, that released an NPC there, and all the enemies were back. But what you can do is if you beat all the enemies so that the layer sort of pops open, and then if you have 2 layers popped open and you press one, the other layer will still be popped open. So that kind of gets that state gets saved over the cutscene.
And that's a time loss when you do that, and that's why we have the player muted. I'm sure there was a curse there.
Okay, so Jay moving down into the 3rd basement of the fire shrine, and here we have the hot floor mechanic, where that floor is on fire, and if you step on it, you're going to take damage. Unless you have the ice armor, which we don't.
My son loves to play that game. Floor is lava. I don't know if yours plays that too, where he climbs everything in the house.
Oh, wow.
So here we get to play this too. But yeah, in the vanilla game, you get ice armor right there, and you can actually step on that. Which is also useful for Act 5 in the basement. There's also some lava floor.
Dented making his way to the third floor now. Jay finishing up these scorpions. So once you've beaten all these scorpions, there's actually a few things that you can get on the way. And we don't know whether we'll get an item or an NPC. If you get an item, then it doesn't do that reset. But since we could get an NPC from the chest like this, now we have to get the chest. We have to... you definitely want to beat all the scorpions before you get that chest, so it doesn't reset. So since Jay beat all the scorpions, they're still dead, and he still gets to go on that layer. Since those scorpions are sort of like strewn throughout the area, it can be real annoying if you accidentally release something and then you have to beat them all over again, especially when you're poking them like Jay is. All right.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so looks like Dented, he finished up the scorpions on the 3rd floor, and he's going to go ahead and clear the rest of these layers. Whereas Jay is just about to finish up with the whole fire shrine. Now, like we said, they can skip ahead in the axe, and like you saw SOZ go all the way to the end to see how many stones were needed. But the density is just so good in that in the fire shrine and the water shrine. It's still a great plan to do it, especially when you don't have armor like they do. Oh well, now they've got armor.
Yeah, they do have armor. I'm curious to see if there's gonna spread out right now, where they're gonna go.
Yeah, that's right. They got the light armor before, so Dented on being able to swing the soul blade is going to have a much easier time. He can go into Act 5 and 6 and clear it pretty easily. I mean, they've all got the soul blade, but since Jay isn't able to swing it on level 17, he's going to have some trouble if he tries to dip into Leo's lab and fight the metal enemies there. Whereas Dented and SOZ, on level 24, swinging that sword, they're not going to have too much trouble.
And now we're seeing the mermaids.
Yeah.
If you doubted mermaids are real, here is your proof.
I think it's fairies, though. You have to believe in fairies, or else they disappear. What makes the mermaids disappear?
Pollution in the ocean.
They turn to bubbles.
So here we need what's called a bubble armor to breathe underwater.
Okay.
Where can I buy this, Axman? I would like to have that.
The mermaid doesn't. The mermaid right before entering the ocean doesn't have it. Oh.
No, but like I want to buy one for myself.
Oh. I don't know. Oh man. What store? The bubble store.
Bubble store. Good one. But yeah,
And
so the
you know
bubble armor
that's
makes you
right.
breathe underwater, and you need it to actually get into all that area. Right now, they don't have it, so it's not in logic to go there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't necessarily need it. It's just that you're gonna take constant damage underwater. Even if you have the soul armor, which the game states this armor lets you walk in space, but apparently not underwater.
They know you don't have a bubble around you to breathe.
That's right.
You're losing 1 point of health each second because you can't breathe underwater.
Oh, it's more than every second, but yeah. The bubble armor is pretty nice if you're trying to go underwater, but you can kind of tough it out, especially if you're on level 24 and your life bar is pretty long. Even on level 18, it's not bad. But then I guess it depends on certain sections are longer than others. Okay, we've got dented.
Yep. And we already know it's 2 stone.
So it's 2 stones, and all 3 runners are at 1 stone. We'll see where. Like I said, Dented's got more options than Jay because he hit level 24. So this is something new in this version of the rando, the souls. So normally that soldier gives you his soul. Well, as he explains, he's from the sky, just like Blazer. And he will join him. He will join us. But really, that his soul's been randomized. So he gives us a random thing. So we've got Jay on South Erica.
Sorry, I was going to say, Zeeb can also decide wherever he wants to go because he's level 24.
That's right, yeah. As soon as he finishes up the fire shrine here. Okay, so Dented picking the castle basement. There's some places here that could get annoying without magic, but having that soul blade and being at level 24 makes up for not having magic pretty well. I mean, look at he's just nailing these things. And we've got armor. We've got he's gonna put he realized he didn't have his armor equipped. So having the elemental mail, the second best armor, and the best sword, this is not going to be a big problem for Dented here. He's gonna just cruise through this. Meanwhile, Jay, I haven't seen if he's picked up anything particularly interesting in South Erta here. But, since this is Act 3, he doesn't necessarily need, that power of the Soul Blade to get through here. Well, I mean, he is using the Soul Blade, but all he can do is hold it out and poke with it. And that's fine here. Oh, he got Bob. Okay.
Bob the Builder. Can he do it?
Yes, he can!
Yay! Thank you for completing.
Yeah, we had to watch some of that too.
And now in Saturta, there's only Bob the Builder so far. That's good to have.
Okay. So Jay finishing up here. I didn't see if he did the back door. Oh, and thanks for making it, Soul Blazer Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Okay, Jay, I don't think he had gotten this info before. Now he knows that it's two stones. Let's see where he goes next. Meanwhile, Dented just cruising through the castle basement here. He's just nailing those ghosts and the pinballs. everything just melts away in one hit when you can swing the Soul Blade. Maybe 2, because the ghosts are pretty nasty. And we don't have the power ring or the power bracelet, but like I said, being on level 24 and swinging the Soul Blade makes up for a lot of that. Now, Jay, on the other hand, continuing on linearly, going up through the mountain.
It's gonna be exciting to see who gets his second stone first.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the big things that we're looking for is that Magician Soul. Because once you've got the Magician Soul, you can cast magic. And I think the only spell that we've got is Spark Bomb right now. Did we see any other spells come up?
Yeah, they have another one. I don't know what's this called. It's the one that it's pink on the tracker.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll see if they bring up their inventory.
It's right up of the spark
Flame
bomb.
Pillar?
Yes, thank you. They don't have names anymore. They have colors.
Oh.
Oh, Jay finding his bridge guard.
Oh, nice.
That's up in a lot of Act 1.
Okay. Yeah, this mountain... It feels like this mountain... I mean, this mountain is sort of a Sphere Zero area, so I think we're going to see, everyone going to come here. There is sort of a continuation off this mountain. If you've got the mushroom shoes, you can go into Lanol. And so we might see, there's an argument to kind of like put it off a little bit until you've got that. And then you can kind of do all the areas. You don't have to kind of come back up the mountain to go into Lanol.
But what if your Soul of Magician is inside there?
Oh, like in the last race?
I don't know, I was napping.
Yeah, so in the...
I watch you, I was like, he has this.
That's right, yeah.
It's gonna win. I went to nap and okay, no.
Yeah, I missed a layer in Lanol here. I did not use my mushroom shoes when I should have. There's the second stone.
Yep.
For Jay.
So Jay can go in World of Evil if he wants. Not all of it, because it doesn't have the soul armor.
In the meantime, Dented...
Oops, sorry.
Dented's almost done with the basement here. This is the last layer.
He found the red hot stick in there.
Yes. That's something we're gonna need. He also found Leo's brush. Oh no! He was gonna take a warp here, and then after losing all his HP, he realized he had a medical herb equipped, and it healed him.
Haven't we all done that?
I know. It's herb percent. Everyone breaks out their best play for herb percent. I know I do.
But yes, I was saying that in World of Evil, there's 3 screens, and the last one, it's kind of like the bubble armor. You lose a health point when there's, how could I say it? Faces on the... I don't know what they're called. Help me, English is not so good with me. What they're called?
I'm not even sure what they call it at the in the World of Evil. I don't think it has a name. It's just in the dazzling space area at the end. There's some sort of effect that like causes damage to you, and it sort of goes on and off. And it's another one of these areas where like if you're kind of like set up right, you can sequence break it to get to the end. Maybe they're souls. Oh yeah, they're all the souls that you haven't released yet.
Maybe. But yeah, so you need the soul armor in order to walk there without getting killed.
The big pearl. Oh. Okay, so Dented going down into Leo's basement next.
Yep, and Z decided to go in the Act 6 also, which is a good play.
Okay.
Because we know it has the red hot stick.
It's got the red hot stick. It's got a lot of checks. And yeah, I didn't. We still haven't gotten magic yet. But we did see some value on the mountain. Like I said, these are all like Sphere 0 areas. I guess this isn't because so the basement and Leo's basement are not Sphere 0 areas because you need a special sword, but we got it right away, so.
Yeah, Leo's basement, there's some spheres that can be killed without the Z sword, the Zentetsu sword.
Yes.
And those layers can give you item to progress. It happened when we raced a couple of weeks ago, do you remember? It had
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it had the mermaid for like gives you act 3. I'm like, wow, that's mean place to be.
So here we're seeing, you know, some limitations for, because Jay he ran out of areas that he can do. He ran out of areas in the first 4 acts, and now he's got to move into the last 2, which are quite a bit harder, and you have to use the soul blade. So if he wanted to swing his sword and get the bonuses from swinging a sword, then he could swing, so he can swing this sword, but he can't swing the soul blade. But unfortunately, he needs to use the soul blade to beat the metal enemies. And so he's going to have some trouble here. And so we're going to see
with the mouse.
Yes.
There are some little mices that go everywhere. And they're hard to kill if you have to poke them. Because then you have to wait till they come back. You cannot outrun them. They walk faster than you.
Now, luckily, it's the Soul Blade and not the Zantetsu. The Zantetsu, so the Soul Blade does more damage with its pokes, but it's still going to be a little dicey unless he knows, like, so you can do this if you know the speedrun strats, but because the speedrun does do this without being able to swing the sword, but you have to, do some pretty specific strats on some of the enemies. Of course, having armor here is like real nice. He effectively doesn't have to worry about, about dying, but once we get to the mice, we'll see how it works. Because, Dented just sliced through him like butter. Whereas, Jay's going to have a little more trouble. Meanwhile, we've got SOZ. He's going through the basement that Dented did earlier.
And he got the King Magrid. But did he just walked out of the last lair? Did he forgot or he did it before the chest? I didn't see.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where Magrid
the
came
invisible,
up.
He took the invisible chest and then came in the steps. I hope he didn't forget that lair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I see Dented doesn't have Magrid, so I'm not sure where he was. Maybe he was on an NPC?
I think oh, no, that's because on the tracker it doesn't come up until you have Bob the Builder.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's it. So I bet Dented did find Magrid, but because SOZ has the... Did he go to South Erta?
Dented did not go to Saturta yet.
Okay, maybe his track, because he's got a different tracker. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, Z has a different tracker than the 2 others.
Okay. So you can see Jay is able to beat these mice if you go to the right place. So the mice kind of like, they take a little pause when they round the corner, and you can use that to, to get, but the one is, he still got one away. Oh no! But luckily, if you kind of know the path well enough, you can chase him down. But you can see Dented has just much easier time here. The going, that level 24 grind clearly paying off pretty big now.
So he got the harp string, which is useful to make the singer singing song, and then there's an item under somebody that decided he wants to hear the music from in front of the row.
That's right, yeah. Except that if he has an NPC version, the NPC release sequence resets the music, and so you don't get to hear his nice song. So you've got to talk to him again in order to restart the music. Okay, so Dented finishing up that, and Jay, oh no, that mice, this is just a feels bad situation, because if you don't this is part of the speed run, but yeah, if you don't know what you're doing here, and even if you do, it's very easy. For a long time, the world record run contained let one of these mice get away, and then use that same trick, opening that layer to reset it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's clever to have left that layer open.
Good job, we're lucky that it was a release, so that he was able to reset it. If it was an item, there wouldn't have been a reset, and he would have had to just wait for the mice to come back around. I mean, eventually they do. Okay, so Dented, he's doing his South Erta. He'll get some stuff here. And we haven't seen anyone find the mushroom shoes, so not going to be able to climb to go, unless we find them on an NPC or something. We're not going to be able to get the mushroom shoes and go into Lanel right away. So we might have a situation where we'll have to double dip that mountain and come back with the mushroom shoes. But Jay, he's holding it together, still coming along with the with just the pokes. He must he clearly knows the speedrun strats here to pull that off.
Z just found the left tower. It was detained by that little boy in the Mountains of Soul.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, we saw Jay get that earlier. But we don't have the platinum card to get in there. Let's see how Jay does here. Because this might... Okay, so he kind of missed... Yeah, there's one speedrun strat where you beat those enemies on the right first, so that you've got some room to maneuver here. But he did pull it off. Is he gonna be... Does he have a medical herb, though? No! Oh no! Oh no! I don't think he's gonna be able to cross that.
Oh.
And he's gonna strand. I'm not sure what was on that last layer, but I think Jay's gonna have to strand it. Oh no, he made it! He made it!
Now and not to die.
He only has 1 HP, so he has to not die.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh no! Poor Jay.
Let's see if he goes back for it. Okay, so yeah, Dented, not having any trouble. He's not going to have any trouble with anything at this point, because he's got it. Having magic can make some areas a little faster, because you can kind of multitask the layers and beat 2 layers at once. Let one enemy spawn from one layer, another on another. You can also do things so there's some enemies that teleport away, and you can hit them from a distance with magic, but we haven't seen the magician on anyone yet, so it's not like anyone has an advantage there. Now, I didn't see if Dented went up and got this cat here. He might. Oh, he might not have the. Might not have some of the path here because you've got to have the stairs and the door to get in that room. And I think Jay might have found that on the mountain or South Erta.
He just found his bridge, so he can access to Act 1 as well. Oh, and then that's gonna show us what the dolphin pushing him with his nose has. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think the majority of the NPCs just sort of populate the town and don't, actually kind of help you or anything. So, but still, we'll, repopulate the world here, blaze some souls.
This randomizer used to be a lot of thinking like, okay, if I need an NPC, we would know where to go because some places have more NPCs and some places has more items. But now with the new rando, you can't think like that anymore.
That's right. Yeah, you could get an NPC anywhere.
Like we used to avoid Blaster and Left Tower because they only have one item, but if we needed let's say we needed an NPC, we don't need an NPC, we need items, so we wouldn't go there anymore. But yeah, now with the new settings, you don't think like that anymore.
So Jay's going in the castle basement, and he still hasn't, done the level 24 grind. So he has to poke these ghosts, which again is something you do in the speedrun, but in the speedrun, there's only a few ghost layers that you have to fight. But in this version, in the rando, there's several other ghost layers that you're going to have to poke, and it's going to take Jay a lot longer than it took Dented. Now, we haven't seen Dented go up the mountain yet, though. But he's gonna sequence break the ocean here. We got the statue. This mermaid here will heal you. So if you can kind of, come back in, and then talk to the mermaid, you can kind of make some progress by, opening up the way here, and then. Going back and getting healed, and then coming back in, and you can kind of make your way through.
We'll have to see if it pays off, because without bubble armor, it's not in logic yet.
Did we get any of the mermaid statues yet? I'm not sure if
we got one.
Okay.
Yeah, did we? I think we got Ghost Ship one.
Okay. So the Soul of Shield that we have protects us against the lava. Wait, where did we get the Magician Soul? Jay got the Magician Soul.
Oh.
It was
let me check my notes.
It must have been on an NPC somewhere. But, I mean, so Dented's going to climb the mountain next here. The shield was on the mountain. That's the Soul of Shield. But what we're interested in is Magician Soul, because
it was on the vanilla emblem H tile. It's outside of Margaret Castle.
Oh, Bob the Builder. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Bob the Builder builds the castle, and along with the castle, there's a secret stash that isn't there until the castle gets built. And we saw that come up in South Erta. So everyone has revealed that, but Dented hasn't gone back to pick it up. So once he does, he's going to get his Soul of Magician. And that's an important one because he'll be able to cast magic. I guess less important for Dented because he's got level 24 and swinging the Soul Blade, and he's just nailing everything with that. And the magic that we've got is Spark Bomb again, and so not the most useful spell, but in certain situations, especially when you're not so powerful on your sword, the just being able to use any sort of magic is nice. I mean, Jay, he's giving us a tutorial here on how to do these ghosts and everything without being able to swing your sword. Although he did leave that last layer.
Does he speedrun the vanilla game? Because that's the vanilla strat.
I'm not sure. He might have some speedrun skill because he seems to know the main strats. So the snowballs are also in the category of enemies that can be killed with the Soul Blade. So you can actually just poke the snowballs with your Soul Blade instead of just getting them to dissipate on a rock. Z, he went ahead and did the castle basement. I don't know if he finished. Did he do Leo's lab?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a walk in the park for Z right now because he has his the armor with that you don't take damage. Light armor right now on. That's why he's not taking any damage.
Okay. So at this point, I mean, Dented's got a pretty good lead. I mean, once he finishes the mountain here, he'll have almost everything that Jay has, and he's got level 24. Until he goes back to the castle, he won't have his Soul of Magician, but Dented's in pretty good shape here. And then Jay is still poking with the sword. It's taking him some time here, but he's cleared out some a lot of areas that Z hasn't. So
Another armor for Z. So yeah, you were talking earlier about the mushroom shoes, and here we can see that if you don't have it, you actually slide on the ice.
Yes.
You don't walk, and at this point, you need to walk to get to the exit. You cannot slide to it, which is why we need the mushroom shoes.
Yeah, you can kind of, you can slide into the rocks and use the edges of the walls to kind of get different places, but you can't make it into the place you need to go without it. And you also can't get this certain layer that's there. There's a layer in the mountain on the top there that you can't get without the mushroom shoes.
What do we say usually when we get the mushroom shoes?
What do we say? I don't know. There's a saying?
We say, "Oh, you."
Ew, yeah, because you've got to go into Loon. But this, we might be able to do it with magic. So Dented has it. We got the stones. Dented's going to go ahead and enter the world of evil. Now he did not. He did not stop by the castle, so he does not have his. He does not have his magic. That he just needs to stop by the castle and go to that spot on the side of the castle, and he'll be able to use magic. But he's been practicing these strats. You can actually get everything without magic here. You do have to pop. You do have to step on these layers here. So if you do it right, there's actually the behavior of those little purple people eater monsters. Those guys, they shoot at you, but then once they've shot at you, they won't shoot the same direction. But if you can move around, they'll shoot in another direction. And if you kind of, work it out right, you can get them into a position where they're moving enough, and and you can get them with your sword using some tricks where you're, if you're facing a certain way, the extension of your sword swing goes far enough that you can get them. Now this can be even trickier. Let's see if he can pull it off.
So far, there's nothing good there.
But this is an area that you have to do eventually. So just by getting to the end, it'll be a opening up the portal. Okay, so he got one there.
Oh, I didn't notice, but Z went to get his magic as well. Well, that's gonna be useful for him.
Oh wow, yeah. So the spark bomb has that delay on the cast, which is annoying, but it's so strong, it's gonna one-shot anything. And against these purple people eater demons that are stuck in the wall, it's gonna do pretty well. He's having some issues getting. Oh no, he's not gonna get the chest.
Oh, everybody's in the world of evil.
Okay. We've got a little shake here. Except that Jay...
Lots of evil right now.
Jay's only on level 21, so we'll see. Now, none of them have the soul armor. So here we're seeing on Dented side, we can see where the not having the soul armor is going to hurt here.
And it does the sound...
Yeah. He's got a medical herb. If it all works out, it looks like he'll be able to open up the teleporter. With his face, yeah, it's like faces or weird stuff. Oh no, it's gonna be close. But he did open the teleporter. He was one step away.
No.
But that's good enough because you opened up the teleporter. Now he can come back in.
Oh.
And it was just gems. So there was nothing in the world of evil.
Nothing.
I mean, there's one more chest. It looks like, and this is out of logic, but Dented's gonna check it. And it's just experience.
Run. Okay, so Z and Admiral are soon gonna learn the same deception. Okay, where next? Okay, got his bridge. I don't think they got a watermill. Oh, they do, okay. Oh yeah, the watermill was in the basement in Act 6. Wow, one of the chests had nothing. I didn't see that earlier. That sucks. You go all the way there just to get nothing. Okay, and Z backing out from the... Since he doesn't have the soul armor, he didn't try to get there to that portal. Well, Dented's gonna show us what's behind the second part of the underground basement. No, sorry, it's underground castle, underground basement. And as we've reached the 1 hour mark, welcome if you just joined. This is the Herb% tournament, which is the randomizer of Soul Blazer. We have an annual tournament. We are in our 7th year. Wow. Again, my name is Queen Anne B. I'm in the company of the Axeman. And it was not me who started this tournament. It was somebody in the community called Netanonima. But after 2 years, he gave me the reign. I think it's you say gave me the reign.
The reins.
The reins, yeah. And so I continue to do it. And fortunately, I met MLS who helps me to to do this. But obviously, this can be done without all the players.
That's right. Yeah. Big shout outs to all the players putting themselves out for this tournament and showing us some great some great action here.
We've lost some player, but we have some new ones. And I'm gonna cry. We lost some players.
Okay, so it looks like Z is gonna go. He's gonna go do the basement here. On the other hand, Jay, not being as high of level, he's still struggling through the world of evil. And this is letting Z catch up. At this point, we can. I mean, Dented has a pretty huge lead, but it's pretty tight between Jay and Z here.
Could you imagine right now? None of them have the Zentetsu sword of the Spirit Sword if they had not found the Soul Blade.
Oh, but who needs that? Who needs those when you've got the Soul Blade?
It means they're deep. They're hidden deep inside the game.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Having that Soul Blade in Logic really puts it front and center.
Seriously,
in the last seed, we did get to see a later Soul Blade in the last seed.
They're missing so much stuff for an hour in.
Oh yeah,
they only have their Soul Blade and their red out item and one grandma. So
we are just getting into this.
But for 1 hour, I would have expected them to have more. No, I mean not them, but the seed to have given more.
Yeah. Then it not having any magic to get this guy on the other side there. So the main miss here that the other two runners have that Dented didn't is the Magician's Soul. They can both use magic, and Dented can't. And he's got everything he needs. He just needs to go to the castle and step on that spot. But, you know, when you can swing the Soul Blade, it's a little inconvenient sometimes, but you're not going to miss out on anything real big. Because, you know, these enemies just melt away.
And Admiral J finding deception in the world of evil. He's now level 24, so now he can swing his sword also.
Okay, so now we can see Jay is ahead of Z because he got his level 24 in the world of evil here. but is just going to be heading into that second part of the underground castle, whereas Dented has finished it. So that's about the difference here. And Dented did pick up his Soul of Magician.
Yay! He must be happy now.
Oh yeah. It looks like he equipped the flame pillar, so we'll get to see how that works.
It's gonna burn the castle to the ground. You're a bad king. I'm gonna burn your house. That's in the vanilla game, though. We took it off of the rando. But I wanted to talk about something. If you play this rando on our website, the enemies are randomized, but this is taking from the options for the multi-world, the archipelago, or I think it's archipelago in English. And the enemies, unfortunately, are not randomized yet.
That's right. Yeah, we have enemy randomization. I need to get. So I've done some, work on the rando, adding in some features and speed ups in the last year or so, and I need to just get with Tranquilite, who is the one who made the archipelago, and we did collaborate a little bit and get some of the speed ups that were in, but we did not get the enemy randomization, which takes a little work.
I feel so bad now. I forgot to talk about you earlier when I talked about the random. Of course, you did so much for this game, and I just Yes, thanks to you. You took out a lot of the lag in this, and the game is now faster. We have speed text now because usually it's much longer than this. You also have instant text, but for the tournament, we decided to go with fast text because otherwise we couldn't read what people were getting. Oh, Z, his mouse got away. But yeah, so thank you for all you did for this community, and you took the lag off. And there's something else about enemies, the layers.
It's like the animation. So every time you beat one of the enemies, there's like a certain animation where you can see it. There's like this fire animation, and then the XP. You see the XP coming up. I made that faster, basically. So there's a lot of layers where they spawn one enemy at a time, and you need to beat the one enemy, and then the next enemy doesn't spawn in until the first one has all that animation has finished. And so it's only it's a second. Actually, it's a couple seconds on each enemy that I kind of cut out there by speeding up those animations. I think there was also a speed up to the transition between the two. Whenever time you release an NPC, there's sort of that weird transition effect. I sped that up too.
Yeah, I'm a bad co-commentator. I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's totally fine. We're having fun.
I'll leave you commentator alone. I'll go. I don't deserve to be with you. But yeah, as we're talking, DentedRazor is now in the model of town. Is that 1 or 2? I don't remember.
This is model town number 2. So it's a little faster, but there's not as many things as there are in Model Town 1.
The 2 is to the left or to the right?
On the right
left
side.
One.
Yeah. Okay, that was the bubble armor on
Yeah,
Dented's
that was the
side,
bubble armor.
He'll be able to do the ocean areas with no problem now. So
yeah, now he can breathe underwater with the bubble that he got at the bubble store.
You can see how he can use magic to get these enemies that are on the other side of the wall. He can take them out before while he's fighting the other enemies. So he'll be able to just walk around through the spiral here and just step on that layer instead of having to spend time, beating the enemies again.
And you might notice sometimes that the players leave some layers behind. They don't step on them. It's because we call them useless layer. And that's because they just open shortcut to places we'll never go again. So we don't actually take the time to kill the enemies and step on them because we don't need that shortcut anymore. We'll never get back there, so there's no point.
Yeah, you can see a layer on Dented side, on the other side of that river there, that opens up a bridge. But you don't actually need that bridge as long as you get all of the layers that release the NPCs or items in this. So as long as you get all those and you get all the chests, then you're set. Okay, so where is Dented going next? Jay's gonna give the mole's ribbon to the mole, but the mole that actually gives us something wasn't there. He's gonna talk to the mole of light. He doesn't look like it, but he's from the sky, just like Blazer.
Oh, we're from the sky now. I always laugh also at the main story when Lisa we go okay, back up.
Okay.
Z just went into somebody's dream, and that's because of the dream rod, which is a stick that you poke on people's head and then you can go into their dream. I always wanted to buy one also, but I don't know where to get one. Maybe at the bubble store, I don't know. But we go into Lisa's dream, and then we're in our house, right? We got into our house without our agreeing to it. Then we go into her dream, which is worse. And then she says, "Oh no, who are you? Get out of my house!" And then we get out of our house. But then she said, "Wait, come back, listen to me." But nope, we're speedrunners, so we just go away. We suck. We're so bad.
I know. I think she's supposed to be like a tsundere heroine from an anime, but then, it doesn't quite work out when, you don't have to, when the romance is skippable. It's not till the end that we get, but thou must situation.
Lisa, who is actually in Act 1 right now on the right top corner. She hasn't moved a lot.
Oh. And she's got her goat Turbo. The new
she's
Turbo.
She's feeding her goat. I have no time to go around. I have to feed my goat.
Dr. Leo in this game, he's an artist. He's an engineer. He seems to have, a lot of, philosophy because, and he's religious. He knows about the master, but he also seems to be an exotic pet fancier because he's got, this giant snail as a pet. Apparently he had a dolphin as a pet. And I guess, his dog Turbo ran away and then he started, getting into these exotic pets.
You know that there was a theory because we never seen Lisa's leg, that she has goat legs under her skirt in the community.
Maybe.
No, it's true. We talked about that on the Discord.
Okay. Oh.
Join the Discord for more absurd story. I'll link here. There you go. If you want to join our Discord, feel free to join. We have fun. We have a little friendly race. We have multi-rolls. And we have the weekly every week. Play a seed with a leaderboard. Yes, apologies. I'm using my son's account right now. Okay, so Dented is the first to go into Blester.
And look at that magic he's using. Or wait, no, it was the bird using the tornado.
Personally, Blester is the place I hate the most. I don't like it. What's your worst place to go?
The place I don't... Oh, man. Probably... Maybe Left Tower. Although in this,
true.
in this version of the rando, I think the right tower is almost worse because there's so many layers. If you have to go to the right tower early, there's so many layers, so many areas that are just really nasty. Okay, so Dented did find Rockbird, so he's going to go back into the ocean and go to another island now.
I'm just gonna point out something. If you're asking yourself why they have 0 seed, it's because they oh no, did he not open it? You forgot to open it. Dented.
Oh, no, the World of Evil?
No, Blaster.
Oh, Blester.
But Rockbird, yeah, he forgot to open it.
Oh, no!
Well, yeah, sorry. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, no, okay. If you watch how many seeds they have, okay, like Z, it shows that he has 1 stone right now. Because once you open the World of Evil, they disappear. The stones you have.
Oh, yeah.
But then if you get some new ones, it shows on your tracker. So don't pay attention to the amount of stones they have right now. They actually all open the World of Evil with 2 stones, which was needed. And now Pale Dame is sad because forgetting to open the statue is thing.
Okay, so Jay got his armor. He's going through the model town here.
In this group today, I would say that Z is our newest player. And Dented our oldest for this rando.
Yeah. Jay is struggling a little to find where these invisible enemies are without the, I guess, so in the speed run, you have, you've got the light arrow magic, which kind of makes it easier to just throw out a lot of hurt and slaughter the enemies pretty fast. But if you don't know where those invisible enemies are, it can be tricky to get them all.
Yeah, or if you're playing the vanilla game for the first time, you can get the Soul of Reality, which shows you the invincible enemy. Invisible, not invincible.
Invisible, right, yeah. Yeah, you can beat them without seeing them. So Jay taking a warp at the end here. Let's see, he took a moment to decide where to go next.
It's so hard to think in this rando though, like the new settings, because you can't forget
the whole world is
stuff.
open, yeah.
Yeah.
Dent is chugging right along through Rockbird here. Jay remembered to talk to the statue for Rockbird.
Yeah. So far, Rockbird has nothing.
There's got to be... Well, we still got Ghost Ship, so... And I don't believe any of them actually went there yet.
I think I saw someone go. Dented went.
Oh, okay. So you notice Dented not using his magic much because, I mean, okay, there it is. Because that magic, like...
You were saying?
It's just, you know, not the most convenient spells that we've got here.
I thought it was to avoid lag.
Okay, that grandpa is actually important. That might get us into... that might be what we need to get into Loon. Have we seen the Loon Grandpa yet? Maybe.
But yeah, so in this game, there's a lot of lag, and I believe it needs to be 36.
So
What's
the
the
lag,
number? Yeah.
yeah, there's an overclocking, and this actually was the case for a lot of Super Nintendo games that like the cartridge was underclocked to like save money, and someone has been going through and making like a hack where they kind of just take the game and then replace in the ROM information to say, because it's a ROM now, and you can just digitally say, hey, use a faster clock speed, and you don't have to. It doesn't really cost anything, and sometimes there's a few things that you have to kind of like go in and tweak in order to make it work, but it really kicks out a lot of the lag here. But I don't
No, but
believe it's been patched into this version of the Rando.
if you use too much, if there's too much moving stuff on your screen, at one point you cannot even use magic because it won't let you add another sprite on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, if there are a lot of things, then having like all of the magic out, so all of the fires from your fire spell, in addition to everything else, like can really cause a lot of lag, which is probably one reason why so you see we don't have the enemies randomized, and we have a lot of enemies that spawn one at a time. That's probably there to save lag, or to save processing power, and cut down on the lag. So Dented, his next area is Leo's painting. And he executed a trick where you can, back into the painting and enter the painting with your butt. As long as you have the brush equipped, Oh, the magic flare spell. Okay, this is one of the good ones.
Mermaid tier is useless in this rando.
I mean, you can use it. You can calm the. It's just there's no reward for it.
It stops the lava at the end of the volcano, but we never do it.
I mean, if you do it, then you're not going to be able to take the warp from the use the lava to take your warp. So,
unless you have lots and lots of gem and you want to keep them. Oh, he just found his mushroom shoes.
Oh yeah. Well, we know where we're going next.
So right now they're only missing the red hot mirror for the red hot items, but they're also missing their phoenix and their soul armor, so they're far from being done.
I mean, we also need a bunch of NPCs in order to actually activate the dancing grandmas here. We haven't found the king. We haven't found one of the grandmas. I'm not sure if we have the whole path either.
We have the grandpa, I believe, but not the boy. The grandpa, we call him Grandpa Log because he has a bunch of log next to him. Yeah, we gave name to a lot of NPCs in this game with the community. Feel them is the best at that. Pale them who will be running the next one and commentating at the same time.
Wait, at the same time?
was waiting for someone to react. No. Coming up, we have Amilus that comes with SO5Z. And running, we have Twinkie the Slime, Pale Dim 25, and myself.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. I paid Amilus to give me the seed ahead, so I know where it's everything.
Nice.
No, that's not true.
But you realize that if you make it into the final now, you're going to be up against
my
your
husband. Which is not something we want.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry to just... I let him...
One of us is going to sleep on the couch.
Wow.
Okay, and Z finishing his model town. Yes, our couch is awesome to sleep on.
Jay getting to his island. You know, I guess I can see why Blester is, you know, not a very great island. Because look at the weather. It's always raining.
That's probably why I hate it. I don't know. The enemies are so spread apart. That's why I don't like it. Okay, so I didn't see it, but Z just got out. I didn't see him talk to the statues. Maybe he did it earlier, that's why.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I hope for him. And then is going into, with his mushroom shoes, going back to the top of the mountain.
Let's see if he... Yeah, it looks like he's going to remember my favorite layer here. Which wasn't needed in this sea.
Oh, it's this one?
That's the one that I skipped.
Oh.
Totally.
And what did it have?
It had, I think it had one of the cats to get into the mouse hole.
Oh, right.
Yeah, oh. But in this seed, it just had a goat. And it's the goat that you can feed the goat feed to, but the hint isn't even useful. In the single-player version of the rando, you can talk to that goat, you can give him the goat food, and he'll actually give you a hint on one of the items, whether the Soul Blade, Soul Armor, or Phoenix. And I noticed Dented, he's got the Soul Armor now.
All right.
And so there's a trick where if you slash your sword or you push up against a wall, pushing up against a wall is a lot easier. But if you slash your sword, you can kind of like, you know, hold still and you can make your little magician soul move out away from you. And you can use that to kind of like have magic, like the magic flare. And you can kind of get that magic flare to come up further away from you, and you can use that to attack these wizards from a distance so they don't teleport. But the timing, you really got to mash that button to get it to not move while you're slashing your sword there.
The soul armor was on solid arm, the boss.
Ah, okay.
Funnily, soul armor, solid arm is the boss of Act 1. The same sprite is reused in the Illusion of Gaia as the secret boss. So actually this game was released in 1992, I think, Soul Blazer.
I think that's right, yeah.
And it's part of the Quintet trilogy, which had Soul Blazer, then Illusion of Gaia, and then Terranigma. And before that, there was also DentedRazor, who reused some same sprite also from DentedRazor 2 Soul Blazer, and then Soul Blazer 2 Illusion of Gaia. They also reused some same sprites. I recently checked if Quintet, I think it was last year or the year before, with Quintet was still operating, but they closed in 2009.
Oh yeah, they've been. I don't even know who has their IP anymore. They did make they had a remaster of there was a remake of DentedRazor, which is quite awesome.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you can see Dented doing the trick here with the orb, getting it all the way out there to attack the magician.
Each layers have a number of enemies, and if Dented has a little advantage here because he knows how many enemies are in the layer since he speedrun this in vanilla. Because as soon as you kill all the enemy, the layer open and you can step on him, so he knows when to get closer to the layer. So he can immediately step on it.
Yeah, pressing it, he's pressing against the wall there to move his orb. That just makes it move so much easier than having to really mash your sword and probably take a few steps and have the wizard teleport. But it kind of depends on whether you've got the territory or not.
I like the music right now. So peaceful.
Yeah. So I don't know if we saw Dented release go through the stuff that Jay's doing.
I don't think he went to back to Act 1 yet.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hype Cave was in the Ghost Ship.
Okay. The village chief. So we don't need to talk to the village chief and the other area leaders in order to kind of go to the next act, since they're all open. But they do give an item, so they're useful.
I always thought the village chief looked like grandma when I was a kid. I couldn't read English when I was a child, so I thought it was a grandma until I played that as an adult. I'm like, wait, that's a man.
Oh, yeah. So Dented coming back here, getting that. Now he's going to check his hype cave. Or does he not have the hype cave? That's what I was wondering, if he did the...
I think he did go ship.
He might not have, because that was where the hype cave was. Well, maybe, yeah, well, I guess we'll see. No, yeah, he didn't.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, so that's something Jay's done that Dented hasn't. He's probably hoping that he'll be able to get Chungus the dolphin and open the secret cave, and so we'll see. Because so they have the big pearl, they have the dream rod. They just need to get the I think actually it's just Chungus the dolphin that they need in order to get down in there. So he's gonna kind of clear out all the other checks he's got, and see if Chungus shows up, and then he'll be able to do the secret cave along with Ghost Ship. And I mean, we find that you have to go back and forth a lot in these archipelago seeds, so it's entirely possible that he's gonna just have to fight it and go through there and come back and get the secret cave later. But we'll see. We'll see. It's worth a shot, I guess.
A ghost ship was the third mermaid statue they got. That's why I'm surprised. Usually you go where you got things first. Oh, Jay found our singer!
Oh.
So the singer composed a song for Lisa, the girl with the goat. And he fell in love with her, and that's why he made a song for her.
Oh.
It's so romantic.
I think her name was something like Lisa.
Yes, my husband never made a song for me.
Oh.
Him! Solar!
There's our Zantetsu sword. So Denton going to the right tower. This should be good. We'll get a bunch of things here.
Jay's about to have his soul armor. And hopefully Z's going there too, and he'll get it. Yes! Yay! That's the song I like the least, this one, in this game. High and by solid arm.
Wait, there's Chungus! There's Chungus! So
Ooh.
Dented's play here paid off. Now he'll be able to do Ghost Ship and the secret cave all together.
What if there's nothing in there?
Well, there's a good chance.
I feel like there's always nothing in there.
Usually there's something, but yeah, I'm trying to remember if there was anything important in the last scene. Okay, so Jay is following behind Dented, going to probably Lanol, unless he goes to Loon. Oh, so here's another place that Dented hasn't been.
Yeah, we didn't see what's in there yet. I mean, ice and snow, but other than that.
So the divergence here is making things interesting. But at the same time, we're so far away from finishing this. It's not like we're just looking for one item and, the two players are going different places and one of them's going to find it. Like, I think they'll probably all have to go these places. And so it's going to be interesting to see, it's going to be a while before we can tell who is really ahead here. Although I still think Dented has the edge here as far as what he's done, because he's full cleared Lanol, but that's Light Arrow. So Light Arrow is pretty much the best spell in the game for almost every situation. You're going to see it here. Probably it's going to be the only spell that Jay's going to use the rest of the game because it's that good.
Yep.
In the base game, for some reason, they give it to you in really early on in Act 2.
Yeah, it's definitely the best, not Tornado.
No?
Okay, let's talk about tornado. Tornado is one of the magic, since my husband said that. And that
It's
tornado
everyone's favorite magic.
goes wherever it wants and never towards the enemy, so it's basically useless.
But if it does go on the enemy, it instantly kills them.
And now he's going to go ship Dented. I'm having my eyes on Emerald J because we don't know what's there. But Z's about to get his soul armor as well. How long have you been playing this, Axeman? Axe?
Oh, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. I think I started playing it casually, and I streamed it one time, and someone stopped by, and yeah, I got into it.
And you speedrun it also.
I do, yeah. I haven't been into the speed run lately, but I've done the speed run. I did the speed run at some events, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun speed run. Even just the base game. I mean, the slow text is kind of annoying, but there's so much there's a lot of RNG really that keeps it interesting.
And you did the task, no? Was it you?
No, Hulk did the task.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
Hulk
see
did
what's in the dolphin cave.
Oh, okay, this is big.
Or not.
I think everyone's probably gonna come here, but let's see.
Okay.
God.
Useless.
You know, the dancing teacher. Oh, okay. So this one.
Okay, maybe.
You need that to get in the jail. There's that blocks a few items.
3 items. Oh, Spirit Sword. Ew.
And that's
And
not
a
a useful mouse. So.
Okay.
But I mean, this is how the archipelago works. Like, you oftentimes do have to go down the full chain of everything. So, just getting one thing that opens up a chain to something else, like, it's probably important. I bet we're gonna see something down at the end of that rat hole.
We'll see. KNZ is going into Doreen, I guess? Our ghost ship? Oh, here's his vibe cave. Okay, Z's going into ghost ship.
Okay, we got 2 people in ghost ship.
Okay, fun fact. The boss on Admiral J's screen right now is Poseidon. If you play the original Japanese, it was a female with breasts exposed. But because back then we censored video games, well, now in this version it is now a male. Did you know that?
Yes, in fact, I have also tried speedrunning the Japanese version, which is a lot of actually pretty convenient because the text in the Japanese version actually moves at this same speed. So if you don't mind playing in another language, the speed run is about 8 minutes faster in the Japanese version just because of the text. we are quite prudish in the US here. I mean, we also had to censor, different things like the master becomes So I know I made my own little translation notes for this game. I played in Japanese, and it takes my Japanese isn't great, but I was able to go through and get some notes, and there's a lot of interesting stuff in the differences, how they translated things.
I've put the link in the. Oh, sorry. I put the link in the chat if you want to see. I found the original.
Oh, okay.
If you scroll to the middle, you'll see also that Lisa, in the US version, she doesn't look the same as in the Japanese version.
Oh, yeah.
She has a more anime look.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version.
Okay. So now that Dented got that, he's gonna follow that. I think he got some things he can get here. Eventually, I think it's gonna lead him to Loon. Okay, and we got the info that it is a medical herb on the Crystal Fairy. That emote. Oh, there we go. Lisa used to feel lonely when she looked up at the sky, but now she feels hopeful.
Wow, you know the text. You must have finished this game often. And that's when the master says, you got attached to this girl. Do you want to go back? And you say yes, because you don't have no. And then
But thou must.
Back to Lisa.
That's right. She was pretty happy with just her goat, but Blazer came back.
They didn't even bring flowers or anything.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be... I don't know about the developers of this game, but they seem to have a thing where, like, a lot of characters are taking pets. They lost a loved one, and then, they kind of, like, replace it with a pet. And, and then it turns out there is reincarnation in this world. And so... the pet happens to be the reincarnation of their husband. So when you get reincarnated and become Solar's pet, what kind of animal will you be? Or what animal will Solar be when he becomes your pet?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking. I was looking at what places we didn't see yet. Sorry, can you repeat the question about animals?
So we have a lot of characters a lot of NPCs have taken pets. And, a lot of their pets are like replacing a loved one that's passed, or and then we find out that there's reincarnation. And since we're able to talk to animals, we know that the animal is the reincarnated spirit of, the of the former spouse of the other person. So I was wondering, when you're reincarnated and adopted as a pet by Solar, what kind of animal do you want to be?
A spider.
A spider? Oh, wow. I'm sure he'll love that.
He'll leave me alone. He doesn't like spiders. Hey, this marriage is till death do us part. Don't make me come again with him in my next life.
That's a good point. I guess if you're a spider, it won't last very long.
He'll just let me be in the corner of the wall up. Not the wall, the ceiling. Okay, so no, but I was looking at my notes and we haven't seen Doreen yet.
No, I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think anyone opened it.
Shrine.
Although we do have the greenwood leaf on Dented and Jay.
True. Oh, and we didn't see the other model town also.
Yeah, so we're at an hour 50 here. So usually at this point, you know, that's when we're starting to think. You know, we've seen most of the world.
Did someone go into left tower? No, they don't have the platinum card.
That's right. Yeah, no one got the proper card.
But we do know that World of Evil had nothing, and Rockbird had nothing. Oh, all our players are in the field of ice and snow.
All icy.
Ice, see? Good one, Axe. Oh, the power plant by Z. I didn't remember it was there. That's also another place.
Okay. Yeah. No one's been there yet.
No, I think then who did it and he had 1 HP left. Oh no, was that the match earlier?
It might have been maybe
the match earlier, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the match earlier somebody did Tyndall on 1 HP.
Wow.
And succeeded. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. That's something. So and there we go. So the delicious nut squirrel had the Woods Guardian, and the Woods Guardian had the model town. And so now we've got the other model town to do.
Nice.
And that model town has quite a few things there, so. But Dented is going to go for the Light Shrine first, which he's already in Act 2, he might as well.
I don't think we're gonna see a sub 2 today.
No.
The pre-qualification seed was quite fast. There was a lot of sub 2.
Yeah. I think the first seed we saw was a little more representative. What was the winning time was something like 240.
So yeah, people to enter this tournament, they have to do a pre-qualification seed. It's not really to let them know if they're gonna make it or not. It's more to make the group who's facing who is based on the time of the pre-qualification seed. And then of course we ask the player if they have some time issues.
Oh, what else would you want to do on a nice Saturday like today than play some Soul Blazer Rando.
I don't know, but it's snowing in Montreal, so I'm not going out anyways. This morning we had the first match. It was between the Axeman, Solar Cell, and who was playing this morning?
Val.
Oh yeah, Valemon.
Yeah.
And Solar won, so he's moving into the final tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Twinkie is playing at 5 p.m. against me and Paledim today.
Paledim showing us world-class speedrun strats here, doing a trick where he spawned the enemies and let them group up. You kind of do this trick where you spawn the enemies and move off the screen. So you spawn, you put them, the spawner stays on the screen for just a moment so that the enemy spawns in, but he doesn't move. And that still lets the invincibility countdown timer end. And so with that, then you can set it up so that once they're all spawned in and the invincibility timer's off, then you can shoot a spell at them and shoot them all at once. That's the sort of trick you can pull off if you've gotten close to it, if you've gotten a world record level speed run. Or it's not that hard if you've practiced a little.
So what I'm hearing is cancel the race tomorrow, just give it to Dented?
Sure. But yeah, Dented, he got into the speed run. He got the bug hard, and he's been really grinding it out. He got the he got world record like a month or so ago now.
You just wait till I make my husband run this. He's gonna get it.
Oh yeah, he'll do it no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna force him to get it for me.
Yeah. So you can see that we've got the Soul of Light, and so Dented can see a little light radius, but you don't actually pick that up in the speed run, so you have to be able to do it without that.
No, and even in the rando, it's not considered in logic to wait for the Soul of Light to do the basement.
Yeah, in the single-player rando, it's not. I believe it's in logic that it's part of the logic here.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think so. But of course, if if you're used to the other rando and you know what you're doing, it's not real hard to do this dark. Although actually, one of the tricks is that you've got the orb circling you, and if you move and you push the orb into the wall, you can see your orb go off, and that kind of gives you a hint that you're pressing against a wall. But well, when I did this earlier, I realized, oh no, I don't even have the Magician's Soul. I didn't have the light or the Magician's Soul. And so I came down here and I had to kind of feel my way through the dark without that soul circling, and it was I made it though. You do get to see those little fire things. So those little that are in between every once in a while, those fire things that are by the stairs or by some other things, and you can kind of navigate that way.
So Z was doing the power plant while you were talking and just showed us that there's not much, except there was this sleeping bird, but I don't know if there's something on him, but there wasn't much there.
Z's going to finish up his World of Evil, and it's going to be a little easier than Dented had, because he's got the soul armor.
Yep. I was gonna say he waited till he has soul armor.
And Dented doing the Sleeping Mushroom Dream. Now, again, we don't have the king. We don't have the Mountain King, but it turns out that you don't need the king. You need the king to open up Gnome's jail cell doesn't open until the king is released. But you can go to that sleeping mushroom and go into its dream. And that opens up this pathway down here.
Okay, so now it's Jay's turn to go to the Light Shrine.
Oh, and that's Monmo the Mole, which
Mm-hmm.
gives us something to go on.
It's probably a medical herb.
Yeah. We do have the model town, so the first model town to go. No one has been there yet. Oh, I didn't think they were a ghost.
Oh, the queen!
Oh. Get a gift.
Okay, so Monmo had the queen, and Monmo was on the mushroom dream.
Now, the queen's item is not in logic in the single-player rando because it's normally skippable, but they actually fixed it in this version of the rando so that even if you do the cutscene that ends up in the queen's death, she's no longer there, but they made it so you can still get her item. And so her item is in logic, unlike before where it's always an extra item.
She doesn't die, we make her explode. He's murdered by us. With the pew 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 cutscene.
Somehow Leo survives the blast long enough to give a long-winded last word speech, but the queen is just disintegrated. There was nothing left of her.
To do a final painting also, I heard.
Oh. It's all monochrome because he used it. It's painted with the ash that everyone's explosions that the explosion
and his
caused.
blood. Ash and blood. Okay, so right now Dante is in. Oh, he just found Lisa, but he's in the other model town, and he's the first one to get there. So we'll see if there's finally something useful there.
That's right, yeah. So what we're looking at, we still need Phoenix. We need the Red Hot Mirror. And we need another Grandma. And we need the Mountain King. There's so much we need. And we haven't, there's so much we haven't gotten, so.
Hey, wow, level 26 for Z and Dented. That's so high in level.
Yeah. And as far as progression, we still need the platinum card to get in the left tower. We have one more mermaid statue to get to Durian.
Z just found his sword of life, and I know I said at the beginning they start with Lucky Blade. That's a feature in this version because the single rando version, you always start with Sword of Life. But in the archipelago version, you have the choice to start with either the Sword of Life or any randomized sword, which we have this weekend. So this morning it was Psycho Sword, I think, and now it was Lucky Blade. And yes, it could be Soul Blade.
There's the other grandma. Okay.
The other grandma.
They were in the model town. Okay. So that's one step closer.
Z is going into a dolphin's dream. So that dolphin wants a pearl, nothing less.
I thought the saying was pearls for swine, but this is a pearl for dolphins.
I would rather have a diamond, but yeah, to each their own. Z has all the armor right now.
There, okay, and there's the phoenix.
Ooh la la! Loaded.
So Dented could actually, use Phoenix now, but that light arrow is just so good.
Z has so much health, he didn't even bother to put on his his bubble armor.
It's actually, so when you do this as a return trip, it's actually a good idea, because now he'll be able to take a warp by drowning instead of having to walk all the way out.
Except if he gets a medical herb.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that we're going to get a bunch of releases, and each of those is going to get a whole bunch of health back. So that's, yeah. At this point, you might as well walk out.
I don't know, he has so much
Maybe
gems, he might wants to keep them. Oh, poor Z.
So there's a trick where if you face up and hold down L or R to do your crab walk, and then you walk in front of the chest, you'll pick it up. If you walk, left or right in front of the chest, it makes it easier to pick up the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's going to take a warp here. While Jay heading into the model town, his model town. And Dented releasing the last piece he needs for the Leo cutscene here. And it was on the Queen.
Oh! I will be back in 2 minutes. I'm out of water and I really need it.
Okay, so Dented looks like he's probably going to do that cutscene. There's 2 items because Leo hands you 1 item. Oh, Leo hands you 1 item, and then you can get another item from the Queen after her untimely demise. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see what let's see if Dented does his patented trick here. Oh, he didn't. So the trick is that you can hold down R, and if you move that, you can talk to Dr. Leo backwards. And well, okay, so there's an issue here where if you do the cutscene and Leo gives you a release, which is possible in this version of the rando, well, it resets the screen, and you really have to do that cutscene in order to trigger the queen's untimely demise, so that you'll actually be able to get the item that's like under where she was. So Dented realizing this and going back to run the cutscene again.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so not much happened, but Dented went and did the Leo cutscene, and he's gonna turn on the engine of the airship with his butt by, walking back into it. As long as you equip the mobile key, you're able to do that. So he's gonna take on the
Leo
demon bird. Leo gave an NPC. I don't think it was useful.
Okay.
But on level 26, this was a pretty easy fight.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still fighting pneumonia, so I need lots of water.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah, and Mel pointing out that he didn't have any dive, the bird.
That's right. Yeah, that was a pretty fast fight.
And I'm sure he's saying, "Oh, why can't I have that in the speedrun?"
and no, well, it was only one cycle because he was able to, with the soul blade so strong, he was able to do a few swings and finish it in one cycle.
What's under the queen? Oh,
Durian. Okay.
Our last place.
That's right. Yes. After we finish Durian, like all the major places will be ended. So Jay showing us the Phoenix spell here. This is what you need to beat Death Toll. But as long as you've got, Soul Blade, Soul Armor. Well, you need Soul Blade, Soul Armor, Phoenix. You also need the Magician's Soul. Even though, as you can see, the Phoenix comes sort of out of you and your sword, it won't come out at all unless you've got that Magician's Soul. And you also need to be
gems also.
That's right. Yeah, it does take a couple gems. It's only like 2 gems. And then the other thing is you have to be on level 24 so that you can swing the Soul Blade.
If you look at Dented right now, that's the cutscene where she goes, "Wait, come back,"
What?
but you just nope.
Get out of my house! Please come back and listen to my story. Sorry,
Nope.
I'm gonna speedrun.
After we barged in our house uninvited, I went into her dream with our stick, poking her while she sleeps.
To summon a Phoenix, you have to have the Soul of a Magician. I mean, apparently, even though Blazer he's like the disciple, not the son of God. He's not the son of the master on the master in the sky who looks, he's sort of, he seems to be a monotheistic god who's in the sky. And the master, but Blazer isn't his son, he's his disciple. Apparently that means that Blazer can come down and do all sorts of stuff, but he cannot use magic. He needs to have this magician's soul helping him. But that was Grandpa Logs on Lisa. On Lisa's layer there. Yeah, so Grandpa Lisa totally required this seed.
So that Grandpa gives us access to the Mountain King, who we need to make appear the last castle in the Wall of Evil to beat the final boss.
Yes. I mean, that is once we get the Mountain King, because he hasn't shown up yet.
Did they do Left Tower?
I have not seen Left Tower yet, and no one has the Platinum card. I don't believe that so in the single player rando, there's a trick where if you've done the Leo cutscene, that soldier disappears. But that was changed. The soldier's still there in this version. You have to have the Platinum card to get in that Left Tower.
So he's either in the ring or Left Tower, probably.
That's right, yeah. I think those are the two areas we've got left. There's the tornado.
Okay, so I was wrong. It was not Admiral J who did the Tyndall boss on 1 HP. It was in the earlier run.
Okay, so Dented is the first one into Durian here.
Is he showing us how easy it is to do this place with the light arrow?
Yeah, the light arrow is pretty nice.
Jay's thinking. I love it.
What does he have to do next?
Oh, the king!
There he is!
Is in go? Oh no, still no mirror.
Yeah, we need that mirror. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. They have the pack.
Here, yeah.
Yep.
What is Jay doing here? I think he's deciding, yeah, he wants to go to the secret cave, and then he realized that he didn't do the dolphin's dream. He has everything he needs. We just got to go down in here and give the dolphin the pearl in his dream. And I think that will get Jay on track here. So as soon as we see a red hot mirror on Dented's side, he'll be go. This will be a pretty fast seed compared to last time, which took over, what, like 240? This time we'll be finishing in a much more reasonable time.
Yep.
230? Okay.
That's what I aim for. I'm done at 2:30. I'm going out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Peace out.
A greeter bird. Okay. Hopefully Jay, so it was the sequence here was that mushroom, or I guess that mushroom opened up the path to the jail with the sleeping mushroom, who opened up something else. And Dented found the red hot mirror. He
Yep.
went ahead and opened that
Download.
chest, but let's go. So
It was the platinum card, by the way. So
that's
we
right,
won't
yeah.
see left over today.
Well, unless someone goes there before getting what else? Was there anything that was somewhere else? Maybe not. I think everyone's probably going to get that last. All right, so whoever collects the master's 3 symbols can give them to the king and watch a special show called Dancing Grandmas.
Yeah, I wanna dance with my grandma. I wanna feel the beat with my grandma. With my grandma who loves me. Woo! My back vocals came in late.
Please come back alive. Now, Dented he doesn't have the super bracelet, which means that he'll have to be a little more careful. He'll take extra damage in this fight. And we had a little practice race a couple weeks ago, and I think Dented had this same situation, and he died a couple times because he's so used to the speed run where you've got that super bracelet. But he's also on level 26, so which makes him even stronger. So hopefully he's not going to have any trouble. No. So Death Toll here, you shoot up his head here, and I'm not going to repeat what Queenie thought that Death Toll looks like here, but but it does shake around a little here as you shoot it, and it lights up, and you just need to shoot it something like 150 times. And it usually takes 12 or 13 passes of these. You gotta poke these flames. I mean, you can shoot the Phoenix at the flames too, but usually you just poke them. Denton's gonna use his medical herb.
Oh, he doesn't have the super bracelet? Or maybe he still have the bubble armor on. Oh no. Oh no, he can't because he couldn't use the Phoenix.
That's right, yeah. See that explosion. All right, GG's to
Hey,
Dented.
GG! Made a final time of 2:23:09.
Meanwhile, Jay went through the sleeping mushrooms dream, and now he's going to go back to Loon and get back on the track here.
Yep, and I believe there was nothing in Light Shrine. No, there was nothing, so...
Yeah, I don't think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was... Yeah, that's where the change started, where Jay is right now. That layer there.
It is pretty... Yeah, so when you get the Phoenix, the ability to use the Phoenix, it's just a power trip. It's so much fun to break that out and use it on normal enemies. Dented, congrats.
Hi, congrats.
Thank you very much. Oh, that was a seed.
Oh yeah.
He's gone.
Oh,
Did I get?
That was a seed, Chow.
oh, are you hearing us all right?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, good, good.
I thought you left. I'm out.
Oh, that sleeping. So the sleeping mushroom was in the light shrine, so it is important.
Oh, okay.
But
So, yeah,
Jay
Z's
is gonna go
back.
back into. He's gonna go back into Leo's basement and get that last layer. He thinks. So
Oh.
Jay, yeah, he wasn't quite able, and I forget if it was important, but
Trying to remember myself.
yeah, he made it all the way to the end, and he almost had it, but you know what he did? He did not do a 420 grind with the soul blade, and he actually poked his way through. He actually poked his way through here and the basement.
Wow.
Yeah. That brought you ahead. I mean, that easily made up the time for the grind, and so I think that after that you were clearly in the lead for pretty much the whole time.
I was really worried about that world of evil. I was like, oh, I'm taking a big risk, but yay, survived.
Yeah. So he saved a few. I don't know. It's like 7 or 8 minutes for that 420 grind in the water shrine, and so that gave him a little lead early on, but that it went away pretty fast as he walked around poking the ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were debating if it was a good strat or not. So, did you curse when you forgot to open Rockbird?
A little bit.
And did you
Yeah, I
curse
was
when you
like-
got no dive and the bird, and you don't have that in your runs?
Yeah, pretty much. Just thinking, well, I pulled a solar cell earlier, but that's okay.
It's a pale dim.
Oh, okay.
Pale
The
dim
tile
did
that
that.
changes hands.
Pale dim even said in chat, "Hey, that's my thing."
Daring strap, I'm not sure if it helped me.
So you're moving on to tomorrow. You're gonna face Solar. And someone else who has yet to be determined between me, Twinkie, and Peldim.
All right, so you tomorrow, okay. Oh.
That's what I said. No. I hope not, because I'm supposed to commentate tomorrow. That's how little faith I have in myself.
Well, you never know. I think now that you put yourself as commentator, you're probably going to win, so. Definitely a meandering seat. I thought a lot of others were just going to either just get to me right away or whatever else, but amazing how things really get so chained up in this.
Yeah, the last thing was such a chain. So Jay is next to Lisa, and she's required, so hopefully he's gonna go there. Wait, no, come back! Did he do it?
No,
No. He's putting off Lisa.
No, come back!
she's loyal to you. She won't betray you.
Oh, Z's doing the mushroom dream, which is required, so that's good.
Oh, that would have been nice.
There. The super bracelet was there.
Mm. I was thankful to get that herb beforehand. I wasn't sure if I had one before Death Toll. I was like, oh no.
By the way, Dented, thank you for commentating earlier today.
No problem. Always a pleasure.
And thank you, Axon, for commentating right now.
You're welcome. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Now I just gotta find this store that's called Bubble Store, where it's apparently where you can get a bubble armor to breathe underwater, according to Axman.
Yeah, the clerk is a mermaid, so
Oh. Let's call the mermaid dealer, but maybe that's not the best phrasing, I guess.
but there's a dark side, and that's that mermaids turn into foam. So is the bubble armor made out of mermaid foam?
Wow, this is getting complicated.
No, it's made of plastic in the ocean.
Good way to go.
Okay, so the queen has Dr. Leo, and now Dr. Leo will give us something important.
No, he has nothing. It's under the queen that has something important. It's Doreen.
Oh, right.
Doreen's under the queen. So we
Okay.
gotta kill her while doing the cutscene with the where she explodes. Yeah, exactly where Jay is going right now. Okay, so Z's on the right track too. I'm going to talk to Monmo.
Wow, this is a close one.
I think Z hasn't done some areas that Jay's done. I'm not sure what he's missing, because he doesn't have Phoenix or
Phoenix is in Doreen. Phoenix and the Red Hot Armor are in Doreen.
it wasn't in Durian.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, it was...
Phoenix and Lisa are in their model town. Sorry.
Okay. That's it. He needs to do this model town. Okay, so he's the whole... if he's this whole model town behind, I don't know how close this is, because this is going to take a little while.
Jay's thinking right now.
Well, that could make it a little closer. Oh yeah, I ran into that too.
Same. That's okay.
What's the
It's something
cutscene bug? I don't know about it.
So when Leo has a release that releases an NPC, it resets the whole scene so that everyone, Leo and the guards, are still there. Leo and the
But
guards and the queen are all back to life.
You have to
The
do
queen
cutscene
is-
twice.
Oh.
Yeah, and so in order to, you have to make sure that the queen is properly gone before you can get the item under her.
So we get to kill her twice? That's awesome.
Yup.
Sadly, 1.5 time, it's you get the release, and then it's like, oh, you have to go through all this talking again. Then it happens.
Oh, I see. So the newest version of... I thought I saw that, yeah. The newest version of the Rando fixes it.
Yeah, I didn't use the newest version. They came out too late. Shoutouts to Emilus who vetted all the seeds. So that's why we had to use the previous version.
so far they've been really good seeds.
I only vetted the finals tomorrow. So that's also how little faith I have in myself.
Well, if you win, you have to roll a new seed for yourself.
Yeah, if I do make it, we'll have to run a new one tonight.
Since this rando's like still in development, we wanted to run through the seeds. Someone ran through the seeds first, so that's what she was saying. Amalas actually did vetted all of these prelim seeds, and so
testing it through.
Yeah, we want to make sure they're beatable.
I've never run across one that was not beatable. Have you guys?
No, I think it's been pretty solid.
I think way early on, like a few years ago, but otherwise, I think it's been pretty solid.
Did Jay just get out without talking to the queen? I didn't see.
And catch it myself.
No, he did, because that was under the queen.
Ah.
Okay, so now he should be in go mode once he goes to Doreen. So Z's about to find his phoenix. That was somewhere in there. There it is, the phoenix.
Okay, and so Jay just needs to pick up the mirror and the king somewhere in here. Hopefully he's got everything else. No, that's right. Okay. Remember Grandpa Logs was on Lisa.
Oh.
Right, he skipped Lisa.
And so, if he's putting off Lisa, he's going to get the platinum. He's going to clear this whole area. Then he's going to get the platinum card. He might go to the left tower before he does Lisa. It'll be kind of unfortunate for his time. And that might give SOZ enough time to catch up here. We'll see. We'll see what both of them do.
You can call him Z, by the way. Z is one of the best player of the Illusion of Gaia Randomizer.
Oh, cool. I need to try that.
Z got a new follower. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, Z is organizing with me the Illusion of Gaia annual tournament of the Randomizer as well. So we might come back to this channel later during the year. And as I said before, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be the next match, who is going to be commentated by Amalas and Z, who is playing right now. And the players will be Peldim25, who won the last tournament, and Twinkie, and myself. I think Jay likes his Phoenix right now. He's using
yeah,
it
it's
for
so
the
much
past 10
fun.
minutes on everything. Pew, pew, pew.
There was definitely quite a few times when I was younger and I would rent a Game Genie along with this just to be able to use Phoenix through the entire game. So worth it.
Yay, Z's going to
Okay.
see Lisa.
Wow. Okay, so if Z does Lisa now, that puts him in a good position here. Although he still has a bunch of stuff to catch up on. We might have a pretty good race.
I keep hearing ketchup when you say that.
And it was just a medical herb on the emblem fairy.
Yeah, no ped.
One of my practice runs had the Soul Magician on her.
With the new settings, I think it's gonna be rare that the fairy has something on her. Okay, and Z found his grandpa lug, as we call him. If you're not familiar with this, the pet is... So you can see on the screen they have some emblems. Dented finished with 6. J has 7 and Z has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you get all of the 8s, you can go talk to the fairy and she gives you an item. It's obviously randomized, the item. And we call that the pet seed in honor of A Link to the Past, where you have to bring the 3 pendants to have the item where the sword rests.
So Jay actually walked down to visit the king here and realized he didn't have Grandpa Logs. And it looks like he's going to do Lisa now. That's going to... Oh, if he does Lisa, maybe if he just talks with... Let's see. I got to imagine he's going to do Lisa if he came to this area.
Yeah, he's a little bit ahead, but it's tight.
Okay. Yeah, Z has to do, most of Durian. I mean, he's got to trigger a bunch of things to get Durian and then, do it. So I think this is a pretty good lead for Jay, but... Oh.
Forgot to take the portal. But yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm super proud of Z because he's one of the newest player we have, and to keep up like this, great for him. Good for him.
Yeah, it's great to step into this so fast and play at this level. Jay
Especially with
is
all the
pretty
details in it.
strong. Oh, yeah.
Jay must have swords so much. Darn it! I didn't do Lisa.
But that is go mode for him once he has this grandma's dance here.
Okay, so he needs to. I don't know if he knows. He needs to talk to the Leo again. I mean, he's not aware of that bug because I was not aware of that bug.
Oh. All right, we got the Phoenix. So the red hot items are sort of a they're actually a Shinto reference. It's the a reference to like the imperial regalia, which is, you know, a pretty deep Shinto thing. There's actually a bunch of other Shinto references that, you know, are probably lost on the Western audiences in this game. So it kind of, you know, in the beginning, the theology looks, you know, a little more Western because you've got a monotheistic God in the sky, but then it kind of shifts into a very, very Japanese blend of whatever they thought sounded neat.
Okay, sorry. I told Z he didn't know about it.
Oh,
That's fair.
I'm gonna make sure to let the other players know as well. 'Cause I sure didn't know either. So. So you're telling me that it's fixed in the newest version?
yes.
Mhm.
The
Okay, that's
newest
great.
version of the archipelago. Yeah, the AP world. Yeah, it's not an included AP world. It's still under development, and you won't get it with the archipelago install. So you have to install the AP world to add it into your archipelago options. Just a few more phoenixes here before Death Soul blows up. And that's a GG's for Jay.
Yeah, GGJ. There you go. Z just found his mermaid statue.
All right. So once he heads there and gets the last couple things he needs, he'll be
Yep,
on his
he's
way
in go
to
mode.
Death Soul's. Yeah. Oh, but he's
Oh!
gonna do. Oh, he's gonna. Oh,
I thought you
gives
said
me. Oh, I guess it's
it was.
not. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, wait, that's
Okay,
an
well.
earlier version. Maybe if it was fixed in the newest one, then that's why.
I'm not actually. Yeah, I don't think it is. Maybe it actually isn't.
What still forces you to get the platinum card?
No, you don't need to get the platinum card. That's why he was able to come in here.
Yeah.
Well, he's the only one who's done that. Because the platinum card was in Doreen. That's funny that Jay and Dented stopped on their same screen.
Yeah, actually, my stream's off completely, so they must have took a snapshot, but that works.
Well, we'll get to see what's over here, but although we know it can't really be anything that interesting because everything is in durian. Some extra flowers. It'll at least beautify the world. So, you know, Z might not be finishing as fast, but his world will be more flowery.
We forgot to sing when it was Jay's time. It's just hot at top. It's gonna be the Axeman's turn to sing. Dente, did you sing earlier?
I tried. For one other person.
Oh, awesome.
Dropped 20 viewers for some reason after that, so I don't know.
There he is. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Hi. Wasn't even sure how to get here. Microphone okay?
Yes?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
The floor is yours.
The floor. Don't give me the floor. Not after that. not after. Wolf.
Did you avoid on purpose to do Lisa, or you forgot?
No, I knew that. See, it's cost benefit type of thing. So I was avoiding Lisa pretty much on purpose because she only gives you 2. So unfortunately, that was not the right way to go. So you know. But I tell you what, there probably about the 235 mark, I was about ready to hit the forfeit button, and then I got I think I got the king or something, and I was like, you know what, let's stick this out.
Good job for finishing.
Mm-hmm. We were wondering if you would go to the left tower first, but luckily, yeah. But Z ended up doing that after doing the cutscene.
Oh, the double cutscene for
Yeah.
I was debating on whether or not to go back and get that as well. It's like that just seems very inconvenient. So.
Yeah, I didn't know about that bug. I just found out today.
Yeah, same.
I might actually reconsider doing the seed for tomorrow for the finale and take the newest version.
It will. Oh, well, it'll change the. I think it'll change the layout if you re-roll it. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean do a brand new one
Oh, okay.
and not vetted. because I like to live dangerously.
So
I'm waiting analysts to...
were these vetted earlier today, and this one here, and then the third one later?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to make sure there was just the right amount of suffering for us. So
Right. Pretty much, right? They made the qualifier too easy and gave us a false sense of hope, right?
Except that this one, I did not play it till the end. I played it a little and then I ran out of time, but then I made sure in the spoiler log that everything was available, so I knew it was beatable.
I even saw that when I've had a couple times where I rolled it and it said, "Sorry, the seed you generated is not beatable." But then you roll it again. It's like, okay, yeah, you're good now. So it's really fascinating, the features in that.
It could be a fun prank to give them a non-beatable seed.
Jeez.
And then watch them go in despair. What did I miss? What did I miss? Until I say, haha, it's a prank. Oh, that gives me a good idea for next year.
Like put a red hot after the queen, and you can only basically get to it. I don't know, something. I don't know. It was a long seed. My brain is kind of toast, so I'll just stop talking.
That's all good. I'm feeling the same. I've been very silent on a lot of this.
Aziz's very close from finishing right now. I believe it was there. The next one, the mirror. There.
Did they go to Lisa already? For
Yes.
for
Yes.
pathing? Okay.
There you go. He's in go mode.
That.
I was saying that Z is like our newest player, so I'm really proud of him keeping up like this.
Oh yeah, and you know, being the first year, there's always a little bit of nerves as well, and I mean, so.
Z's the master of Illusion of Gaia randomizer, though. He won that tournament last year.
I think I saw him on the leaderboards for the vanilla as well.
Yeah, he speedruns it as well. Yes, man, it's your time, and then time to sing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Are we randomly singing one different song and you singing the other that's completely different, or?
You.
I'll do the back vocals.
Oh, okay.
Grandma gives me a spin, and I spin her back, and then I can't go to her place no more. Sorry,
Woohoo!
Grandma.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, I just heard that the amount of viewers just dropped to the negatives. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
A first for Twitch. Congratulations, Soul Blazer team.
We did it.
I'm calm. Did you just make that song? I never heard that before.
Then Grandpa came along and he said hello, but then he said get out, and that was enough. The end. All right. Gotta end each song with the end. So.
I'm coughing while I'm laughing.
It's a song that Dented wrote for a girl he met this one time.
Was she named Lisa?
Something like that.
Her name rhymed with pizza, so.
And then she left him for someone else who had a blade. Look at that little face. It looks like a uterus. Tell me it doesn't look like a uterus.
This was your
The boss-
broadcast. Anatomy lesson by Queen NB. Very much.
That little sprite, I swear it looks like a uterus.
Once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Exactly. So, as we said earlier, as he's finishing in an hour, we'll have another race. The winner of this last race will get to move along tomorrow, facing Dented and Solar Cell. Forgot who won the first one. Tomorrow,
Queenie, you
Cynthia.
should have known who that was. Come on.
the dude I married.
I was about to say, it's like you married the guy. Come on.
I said earlier on stream, but you two were racing. I was watching the first race, and then I was like, Axon is gonna win. I'm gonna go nap and come back later to commentate. And then I woke up and like, what the heck happened? Solar won. I was not expecting that.
Hey, honey, I gotta play again tomorrow.
That's all. The
I did get to dance with the mermaids, though.
Oh, that's good. Yay, GGZ!
There it is.
Nice.
He must be proud because he said under 4 hours he wanted to do it. But no, good for him. He kept up. Oh, I think we're gonna have him soon in chat.
I will say it was really funny just getting to Area 2 and then, oh, there's the Soul Blade. That was quick. I hope no one skipped Area 2.
Easy, I give you an easy seed.
Yeah, thank you. I messed it up anyway, so yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I know I
the
was at a
bug.
disadvantage as soon as I saw the Soul Blade, to be honest, because I'm not very good at poke strats. So I thought, yeah, it's just level grind, so you don't have to play poke strats. And then immediately the light armor, and then I last locate bubble armor. Basically, I think it was last location. It was either second to last or last locating. I was pretty much over by then. I was pretty much in a mindset, yeah, you can never recover from this. Thanks for the GGs.
Hey, you did great.
Yeah, but it was for me it was all over the place. So I don't know if there was any way to avoid this, but it was like go there, now go back, now go there, now go there again, now go back again. So it was very, very double dip heavy, at least for me it was.
No, it was a very double dipping seed. But yeah, you got the early on the Soul Blade and then the light armor. Like this is a baby seed.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna level up. I'm not gonna risk it. Like I think if I can't deal with spirits, for example, in Act 6 with poke strats. I just can't. I'm not practiced enough for that. So I thought maybe if I level up, I don't lose as much time in these locations. But it wasn't killing the enemies that was the problem. It was just like getting the right choices, and I think I last located at least twice in the seat, so my decision making was not on point.
But thank you very much for playing.
I didn't need all the 4 hours. I'm still progress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great time.
But yeah, Jay and Z, thank you for participating this year.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I really am growing to like this rando, especially now that it's in the multi-world. It's basically in a multi-world always a nice go-to. Definitely, it's a relaxed gameplay in compared to many action RPGs. You know, it's still action heavy, but it's definitely a slower pace. So it gives you time to think and process what's on the screen instead of like I don't know. A 3D action game where 20 things are happening at the same time. So this is a very relaxed rando. I've really grown to like it a lot over the years. So maybe I will stick with it and get a little bit better for next year.
Axman, thank you for commentating with me. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. Dented, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Sounds great.
And Z, you're about to commentate later with analysts?
Yes, very excited about that.
Good. Thank you very much. We'll be there at 5 p.m. for the last match of the day. Thanks for watching. This is Percent Tournament number 7, and we'll see you in an hour.
GG, y'all.